All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on AVP Reactions. And right now, a correctional officer lost everything for her inmate boyfriend. And then later went and killed him. Wow, let's see what happened, man.
We are learning more about a deadly shooting along a highway in Chesterfield this morning. You're watching 8 News at 6. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Deanna Albritton. 8 News reporter Alexa Bonilla joins us now live in studio with the latest details. Alexa.
Eric, Deanna, 2 people are dead after a shooting on Route 1 near the intersection of Route 288. Police believe it could be domestic related. If it is, this will be the second deadly domestic shooting in Chesterfield County this week. Police were called to a VDOT equipment laydown yard around 9:30 this morning. This is where VDOT workers and contractors meet in the morning to pick up their equipment before heading out to their assignments for the day. Police are still looking for a suspect.
The 2 individuals that were shot are not VDOT employees, but they are contracted employees through another company that VDOT contracts. And so they were getting ready to go out and do some interstate maintenance today.
In reaction to this morning's shooting, Senator Michael Jones sent a statement offering his prayers to the families, also saying, quote, "No one discharging their duties at work should be in fear for their lives."
Fam, let's be real. For some people, all they know is how to love with their heart. And when you play with somebody hot, sometimes it's like playing with their mind. A lot of people react off emotion before they even stop to think. It's unfortunate, but that's why people always tell you, be careful how you treat people, because the sweetest person in the world can become the angriest in the room when they feel like they heart been played with. And let me be clear, this don't justify taking nobody's life. Nothing does unless it's really self-defense. But today, we gotta talk about a woman accused of killing 2 VDOT workers in Virginia before suddenly disappearing. It's now been over a week and authorities have yet to find her. No confirmed sightings, no trace, nothing. She's a woman.
Hold on, man. How did she just go from light skin to brown skin like this? Are these 2 different women? What are you showing us right now? But Dan, that's crazy, man. Young lady that threw her career out the window over this nigga. Damn.
30s and a mother of 5 children. Now those children are left without their mother, are the victims.
Wait, man, this ain't the same woman, bro. Oh, who the fuck was that? Who the fuck was that, man?
Who the fuck is that guy?
You just showed us a light-skinned woman now. All right, let's keep watching.
Family are still grieving loved ones. They'll never get back. At the same time, many people are wondering whether she's still alive or if something else happened after the shootings. Today, we're going to break down what allegedly led up to this tragedy, go over the details that have been made public, pay our respects to the victims, and take a look at where this case stands today, based on, of course, my research and the information that's been officially released. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to jump right to it.
You think you're hard to love or not?
Huh?
You think you're hard to love?
I think I'm a quiet taste. I'm humble enough to know that I could be replaced, but I'm confident to know that nobody in the world is like me.
Speaking of love and heart, that clip you just heard of Mike Tyson, that was a clip that was reposted by Rashawn Eugene DeLarge, 30 years old, of Woodbridge, Virginia. He was one of the 2 men who lost his life on the last week of July while going to work as a VDOT worker in Virginia.
Man, it's so motherfucking hot out here, man. Got me rethinking a lot of shit in life. If I wasn't so goddamn scared to go back to prison, I hit the trap, make the motherfucking dog swing on that bitch. Fuck a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you ain't got to work no more. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to this young man. But, man, power to charm, man. Y'all got to stop. Hey, appreciate what you got in life, man. Appreciate what you got in life. Because niggas be like, oh, you ain't, oh. Hey, I what? When you was in jail, you was praying to get a job. Now you over here talking about fucking 9 to 5. All right. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that from you. Strip, I'm gonna take your whole life from you, man. It be like that, man. The power of the tongue, man. All that shit you was praying for in jail. You know, niggas go to jail, they be praying for everything. They be praying every night. They be motherfucking telling that girl they gonna marry her when they get out of jail. And that's when they be ready to get married. Everybody that go to jail come out married, man. I want to marry my girl. niggas get some straightening in that motherfucker.
Man, it's so...
Now, Rashad's friend, who happens to be the second victim in this story, was Philip Avery Wilson, 34 years old. On July 24th, 2026, the morning before he was fatally shot, he posted a picture with him and his son looking at the sky, not knowing that'll be his last post.
And it was not fun, because I was 150 pounds and Philip was 220. And, you know, just size-wise, it's just not fair. But I'll tell you one funny story with him.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Is that Duno? What the fuck? My nigga Duno. What the fuck? What is you doing at the church, big dog? You supposed to be at a missionary black church. What is going on here? Who is you, homie? You got to check in. Come check in, nigga.
We had to do another drill where he had a belt on, and we had to hold on to him. And I like to think I'm a fairly tough individual. You know, that man dragged me 100 yards on his back. I'm holding on to him like this. But Philip, he was just such a good guy, and he changed my whole message from, I had a different message I was going to preach this week, but this came up, and but I wanted to share this with you. You know, he was part of our family, and this picture right here was the last picture he posted Friday morning. And that's him and his son. And I got one more of it here. That's his little boy, cute little fella. Looks just like Philip.
Hey, Pastor Duno, you gotta stop pacing around, man. You making me nervous. I hate when niggas be moving too fast like that, talking. Nigga, you making me nervous because you look nervous on stage right now. What the fuck? Nigga, stand in one spot and talking to Mike, man. Fat ass.
I need y'all to keep up with me. You know I like to do my own research, right? And at this part of the video, we're about to disclose some truths that's not being disclosed by any local news, okay? The suspect in this case is Danica Rachel Boyce, 37 years old, a mother of 5, as we mentioned, right? Before we disclose the details, let's disclose which one of the 2 victims was allegedly her boyfriend, how they met and where she worked, and how she allegedly lost her job. Danica worked at Greensville Correctional Center in Greensville County, Virginia, which is key. Had her job up until 2025, in which the correctional facility had made a statement within the last 24 hours, which we'll later go over. And during that time, she would come in contact with the inmate who was identified as Rayshawn Eugene DeLarge, one of the victims we just talked about. This is a man with an extensive criminal record. He's been arrested more than 5 times in the last 3 years, and in fact, he had court in 2 months on the first. Now, his first charge was a charge in Virginia, and remember, this is the Commonwealth, where he was with his girlfriend, and they was allegedly behind a purse being stolen outside a restaurant in which they used on a number of occasions before they got caught. Now,
man, wait, this is girlfriend, and then the other one is, man, I see what you're doing here, brother. You got you a type. You got you a type. Your type is UGLY. Ugly. No, that's me. That's me.
The incident took place February 26, 2019. A female subject called the sheriff's office to report an incident that occurred that afternoon. She told deputies she was standing approximately 50 feet away from her unlocked vehicle, talking to someone outside the Mason-Dixon Cafe, located at 11 Hope Road. The victim advised that she was only away from the vehicle for about 15 minutes, and she did not observe anyone near her vehicle during that time. She said when she returned to her vehicle, she realized her purse was missing, and when she began receiving notices that her credit card was being used at a local gas station on 2142 Jefferson Davis Highway and the 7-Eleven located next door at 2143 Jefferson Davis Highway. Sergeant Smith later reviewed the surveillance camera footage from the businesses and observed the Nissan SUV pulled into the parking lot at around 2:28 p.m. and changed parking spots a couple times. At one point, the male driver exited the vehicle to talk to another male subject. The female passenger exited the vehicle and walked over to the victim's vehicle. She was then observed jogging back to the vehicle carrying a dark-colored bag. The vehicle again relocated to a couple different parking spots before leaving at 4:01 p.m. Then a week later, on March 4th, 2019, Sergeant Smith was driving through Stafford Government Center parking lot when he saw the male and female suspects walking towards the courthouse. He asked to speak with them, and they agreed. The female subject was identified as Paris Adams, 28, of Stanford, and she admitted to stealing the bag and using the cards at 7-Eleven and the gas station. The male suspect was identified as Rayshawn DeLarge, and he confirmed Adams' story and admitted to his involvement in the...
Man, people are stupid, man. People are stupid. So you risk your freedom to steal a purse to go get gas and get some stuff from 7-Eleven, bro. That's what you doing? You that broke that you got to go steal a purse, risk your freedom just for some gas and something from 7-Eleven? God Damn, y'all niggas is crazy.
Incident. They had a warrant for their arrest the next day, but officers said they was also involved in a March 3rd, 2019 Outback Steakhouse robbery at 308 Worth Avenue, where surveillance captured a couple leaving the restaurant before coming back and stole $129, in which they found on them hours later out the drawer before returning back to their vehicle.
$129. These motherfuckers is petty.
After that arrest, that would be the first of many charges to come in Virginia for Rashawn. But the serious would come in 2021, when he would be arrested for second-degree murder. Fredericksburg, Virginia. Police said a man was accused of firing multiple shots at another man who was standing in front of a business, was arrested in South Carolina. They said police was called at around 11:50 a.m. on August 3rd, 2021 for the reports of shots fired in the area of Fall Hill Avenue. Witnesses told police that a man and woman were having an argument while walking near the bus stop. The man then started to exchange words with another man standing in front of a man's checking cash. The conversation escalated and the suspect fired multiple rounds towards the male standing in front of the checking cash, according to the police. Police said the victim ran inside the store and was not harmed. A bullet did go through the store window. The suspect, 25-year-old Rashawn DeLarge of Stanford, was arrested in Florence, South Carolina. He was charged with the following: attempt murder, second-degree felony, attempt malicious mounting, felony, shooting into an occupied dwelling, felony, discharge firearm in city limits, misdemeanor. Now that case is still open to this day. Back in February on the 26th, Rashawn had a failure to appear, and that hearing was coming up in 2 months. But here's the thing: during this time while incarcerated, he met the suspect for this now case, who ended up being his girlfriend. But let me slow down so we all on track, fam. It's a very high likelihood that Rashawn Eugene DeLarge was sent to Greensville Correctional Center as a result of his 2021-2022 Fredericksburg Circuit Court cases, which was the same time Danica Boyce was employed up until she was let go. Now we know in 2020.
Why they let Danica go? Danica, why you get let go? You was up there fucking on the job. Danica was on there fucking on the job, man. Fucking the inmate. God damn it. You done lost your job over some dick. You done lost your goddamn job over some dick.
DeLarge was facing major felony charges in Fredericksburg, including second-degree murder. Greensville Correctional Facility is a Level 2 and Level 3 medium high-security state prison. DeLarge was sentenced mid-2022. Danica Boyce worked as a VA DOC correctional officer at Greensville up until her separation on August 16, 2025, which means DeLarge prison sentence directly overlapped with the exact years Boyce was guarding inmates at that facility. And if you're wondering how is he home now, it's because he took a plea. His primary charge of second-degree murder, attempt murder, malicious wounding was completely dropped. The reduced charges during his June 14, 2022 hearing was only felony destruction of property, brandishing a firearm, and reckless handling of a firearm.
That's interesting right there. My boy was in there snitching. You done worked you a deal and got you up out of that situation. My boy said, I'm finna get up out of here, bitch. And now I don't need you, bitch. I'm coming out and I'm going back to my girlfriend. And then she done came like, you used me, motherfucker. You fucking used me. Pow! Shot him, and then his innocent homeboy, his coworker, they just probably had to, be partners at the job, and I'm gonna hop in your truck today. We go, they sending us on a mission together, and I done got killed. That's sad. I done got killed over your bullshit. That's probably what happened. I'm just making shit up. I don't know. That's probably what happened, though.
Time served and parole, because his final convictions were for property damage and firearm handling rather than active murder or wounding. His actual prison sentence was likely capped at just a few years, combined with credit for time served.
Look at this gay motherfucker right here. Ain't no way we had a crime scene and you out here standing like this, man. Take your ass home, nigga. We do not need you at the crime scene all gay and shit. Officer Rainbow, you gotta go home, man. What are you doing?
Local jail while awaiting trial from August 2021 to June of 2022. The Virginia standard parole and earned sentence credits. He would have been completed his sentence term and been released at around late 2024 to early 2025. But almost a year ago was Danica's last day of employment. Within the last 24 hours, VA DOC had made this statement. Thank you for contacting Virginia Department of Corrections. The VA DOC can confirm that Danica Boyce is not an active employee of the Virginia Department of Corrections. She was previously employed as a correctional officer at Greensville Correctional Center and last separated from employment effective August 16th.
Why was she separated though? Tell us, man. I'm telling you, they was fucking. She was probably sneaking in shit for bro. You know they be getting caught sneaking in shit. She was probably doing something for bro and got caught.
2025. They didn't go into detail on why she was let go, but if 2 + 2 = 4, her boyfriend or her then boyfriend and what she assumed when he was incarcerated probably had a hand in that. So I did all that research that wasn't brought to the public's attention, just to give you guys a brief understanding on what Danica is thinking about. This is a sweet, loving person according to all her peers. Look at these comments on social media. But she lost her job and allegedly lost the man who possibly had a hand in her losing her job. She flashed out. He took her love for granted. She put everything on the line. She risked her kids, how she fed them, all for him to just leave. And that was enough for her to follow this man on July 24th, 2026 to his job. Now mind you, Danica and Rashawn was living together prior to this morning. He ended up staying with his friend, the other victim.
Oh, damn. That's a plot twist. Okay, so I thought he got out and went back to his other girl. This nigga got out and lived with her. Oh, so yeah, she for sure got fired for doing something for him, or they found out she was fucking an inmate. Lost her job. Even though she lost her job behind this motherfucker, she said, I'ma still stick beside him. That's my man. I'ma stick beside him. She stuck beside that nigga and moved him in, only to find out later that he's a piece of shit because he was living with her up until the night before. So that means something happened that she discovered. He was still living with her. So something happened 24 hours before that she discovered, to the point where they got in an argument and he said, hey, I'm not coming home tonight. I'm staying with the homie. Fuck you. And he was going to stay with his homeboy. And the homie got chipped. Wrong place, wrong time. Damn. You got chipped behind. Imagine that. Imagine losing your life behind your homeboy, that dick and pussy shit him and his girlfriend having. They beefing. And now she done came over here and killed both of us. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the homie. I'm letting him stay at my house. But nigga, what y'all got going ain't got nothing to do with me. Why you got to kill me for?
Wilson, and at around 9:27 a.m., a Virginia Department of Transportation property used as an equipment staging area near the intersection of Route 1 and Route 288 northbound in Chesterfield County. As Rashawn and Philip was walking inside the gate, Danica was yelling, come here. Philip was trying to get in the way of Rashawn, telling him to keep walking. Danica said, get out of her way, allegedly, and you can be shot too. She ended up shooting them both. And unfortunately, they both succumbed to their injuries. May they rest in peace and love.
They was fucking. They was fucking. I'm going to put it there. I know he probably ain't going to say it out loud, but why would you jump in front of a nigga and his girl arguing and say, hey, just keep walking, bro? Why is that your business to say that, nigga? Hold on. She got a gun, nigga. Hold on. Chill. Let's hear her out. Let's see what she got to say. She got a gun. Let's see what she got to say. Just keep walking, bro. Oh, man. My boy was in jail. Was they cellmates? Was they bunkies? Or was they bunkies the night before? Bunkies?
Condolences to their families. And going over a week now since the incident, August 2nd, 2026, Danica is yet to be found or has yet to leave a trace.
Chesterfield, new images released of the woman wanted for gunning down 2 VDOT contractors. 37-year-old Danica Boyce has eluded capture for 1 week now. Sharice Hoffman is live at VSP headquarters with the latest on the manhunt. Sharice?
Yeah, Riley, BSP says that it's all hands on decks when it comes to the search for Danica Boyce. No lead is too small and no tip is being ignored. And the safety of the community and getting justice for the victims is the goal. And with agencies across the region working side by side, investigators say the last piece of the puzzle is the community.
Hey, these motherfucking newscasters be having a code switch game. Nigga, how's she talking like that? That ain't your voice. What the fuck? Boy, that's crazy.
1 week after the murders of 2 VDOT contractors in Chesterfield, the manhunt continues for their killer. State police say 37-year-old Danikia Boyce is their prime suspect.
We have two people who lost their lives, and so it's very important for people to assist law enforcement in this search of the suspect.
Rayshawn DeLarge and Philip Wilson were shot last Friday at the VDOT equipment staging area near Route 1 and Route 288. One died at the scene. The other died later at the hospital. Investigators say Boyce knew at least one of the men, but they won't share what their relationship was.
They was fucking, I'm telling you. Because why on God's green earth would she shoot the other man for too? Why? What does he got to do with this? Why are you killing him too? Y'all was bad. Yeah, they was fucking. She was embarrassed. Really think about this. If we're living together, and then the night before I kill you, we have an argument over something. Boom, you go stay with this man, and then I come the next morning and I kill both of y'all. What does that sound like to you? Yeah. Well, no, we was just good 24 hours ago. You was right here in my bed. But wait, hold on. You over here fucking this nigga? You embarrassing me like that? What would make her want to kill you over? Like, it got to be cheating, obviously. That's when women snap when they get cheated on. But then cheating and embarrassed at the same time, it's one thing to cheat on your woman, but to cheat and do some gay shit on your woman, she gonna snap, what, just like this?
I can't confirm at this time whether or not anyone else is involved. We were able to determine, or at least the initial investigation has led us to believe that this is domestic related.
VSP is working with local, state, and federal partners to track Boyce down, with patrols on the ground and tips still coming in.
With an active investigation, those partnerships across law enforcement, the feedback and the response that we're getting from the community, that is all just helped in us moving fairly quickly along in this investigation, but we do need to locate her.
As for a motive, VSP will not confirm one. They say once Boyce is arrested, then they can share more. But right now, the main focus is finding her as soon as possible.
Out of respect for the families and just trying to bring to justice a senseless crime, we ask everyone to just call in with tips. And again, please support law enforcement in our search and in our investigation.
If you see Boyce, call 911 immediately and do not approach her. Live in Chesterfield County, Sharice Hoffman, 12 on your side.
They got you turning on your own people. How do you feel, young lady? They got you talking white on this screen. You tell them don't trust this sister. She might need your help. She might be being framed. Ain't her fault her boyfriend's a dookie chaser. Help her out. Man, that's embarrassing, man. All the ladies at work are going to talk about, well, she ain't got no job no more. She got fired behind this nigga. Imagine getting fired behind a nigga from a good paying job and then finding out that the nigga is fucking his homeboy on the side. That's what happened. I'm sticking with that story. I guarantee these details come out because she ain't going to be on the run too long. Like women, I don't see her be on the run too long. She going to break and she going to give in and turn herself in. We're going to get that. When they update us on this situation, we're going to react to it.
I know that was a lot, but you know I try to give context when I give y'all these stories. Shine a light on these family stories the right way. Not making up anything, but giving you guys all public information to try to come up with your own conclusion. Now, I'm not saying anything we said justify these two men losing their lives, but I'm telling y'all what y'all already know, what y'all was told before. Even the sweetest person with the biggest heart, you play with it, they'll turn sour. And this is what it looked like today. A woman who put her career on the line, she may have felt like she lost it all. Send 11 prayers to anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about. 11 prayers to the victims once again and their families. This was the story of a woman who was a correctional officer, got into a relationship with a man who was incarcerated, lost her job behind it, continued that relationship outside her losing her job. When this man gets released, not even a year after losing her job, she killed this man and his friend. That's what it is.
Yep, that's crazy. Yeah, I pretty much put that together, y'all. I know what happened. Listen, man, I could tell off the actions of, okay, wait, y'all was just cool. Y'all was just living with each other 24 hours ago. Y'all was straight. But it wasn't until you went to stay the night with your homeboy, you wake up in the morning and kill him and his homeboy. Something ain't right there. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You know what I mean? But I'm going to let y'all put 2 and 2 together. Let me know what y'all think happened. And when we get an update on this, we're going to react right here on ABP Reactions, man. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash a like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.